I feel like people won't listen to your advice if you can't relate to what they're going through. People don't want to hear advice from somebody who hasn't went through what they went through. So I say that to say, here's my story. I'm ready to tell my story. I'm ready to put my life out there, what I've gone through, so I can help somebody. Okay, y'all know what's up. Go ahead and hit y'all with the scripture of the day, because it pertains to the topic. As you can see, I'm gonna talk about how and why did I get married so fast. Proverbs 18:22. He who finds a wife find a good thing and obtains favor with the Lord. So y'all know me. Besides all the glitz and glam, let's get right into it. I'm ready to tell my story. You know, this is my story, okay? So it's story time. Let's get into it. So before I get right into how I got married so fast, let me give y'all a background what led up to me getting married so fast. So it's 2015. Y'all know I'm from Georgia. I wasn't born in Georgia. I was raised in Georgia. I was born in Joliet, but everybody who know me back home, Albany, Georgia, what's up? 229, let's go. 3 hours from Atlanta, Georgia. Everybody know that I was raised there. I went to elementary, middle school, so forth. But anyway, we ain't going that far. I'm going to what led up to me getting married fast. So I had a boyfriend. So let me go ahead and tell y'all. So from the age of 15 up to 24, so 9 years, I've been dealing with guys consecutively, looking for the one. I told y'all, if y'all go back and watch my get to know me video and why I started this page, it's because this is about self-love, self-care, because I have put so much into men and to finding the right one and all those kind of things, and I have to tell y'all my story in order to give y'all my advice. So yeah, so for 9 years straight, I just been running through guys. Boyfriend here, boyfriend there, engaged here, that fall off. So anyway, 9 years talking to guys. It's 2015. I'm in Albany, Georgia. I'm supposed to be moving away to Arkansas with my mom. Then out the blue, you know, every time you're ready to do something, that's when the devil throw a monkey wrench. That's when the enemy throws something at you. So yeah, I'm getting ready to move away. I get a little message on Facebook from somebody I kind of remember from back in the day. Like, I've seen him around before, but I don't really remember going to school with him or nothing. I ain't gonna lie. And also, I want to let y'all know, I ain't giving out no names. I ain't that type of person. This is my story, but I don't have to tell people names and put their business on blast. If you know, you know. You know, but that ain't my forte, trying to put people on blast. This is my story about what I have went through. So 2015, little shorty hit me up. I had a crush on you ever since elementary. You my dream girl, blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, that sounds cool and all, but I'm finna get ready to move away, you know what I'm saying? So he like, man, I wish I had a chance to talk to you before you was gonna move away, blah blah blah. So you know me, gullible. I'm 24 years old this time. Still not there. Brain not all the way there yet. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and gave him a chance. Was talking to him and stuff. Make a long story short, I moved my mom and my daughter up here where I live now currently in Arkansas. I moved them up here, and then I went back to pursue this relationship with this guy. So let me tell you more about this guy. So, you know, I've been trying to change it up through the season. I'm trying to find people who got some business about themselves. I'm trying to be with people who got, you know, standards and things like that. So this is a known time boxer. You know, this is a known time boxer back home. Everybody telling me stories, you know, such and such knocking people out. He doing this, he doing that. You know what I'm saying? He was a aspiring boxer, you know, definitely got his foot in the door, about to make it pro. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to some of his practices. His coaches and stuff. Like, dude is the truth. To this day, he's still the truth. You know who you is. The truth. Knocking people like like, I'm highly turned on. Handsome man. Nice body, nice muscles. You know. So make a long story short, that was a bliss. That went down the drain. I felt like dude was on some, some DL stuff. That means down low. And everybody know, if you from Georgia, that's real down there. It's real that men are, either bisexual, like in men and women, or they prefer only men, but they use a woman as a cover-up. So after talking to him for a couple months, that's what I felt like. I felt like a cover-up, because, it always start off like, what I'm saying? They just can't get enough of you. You just like drink, girl, just buttering you up and everything like that. Then we fast forward to boom, we living with each other, and then it's, I can't go to sleep at night when you touching on me. I can't, I'm like, what? So despite of how I was feeling, I'm still, so I'm literally asking dude, like, are you gay? I'm a very upfront person. Like, are you gay? Are you bisexual? Are you this? He just like, no. Like, dude, just calm with it, no? Why would you think that? So I'm not going to get in too much detail about that situation, but to sum it all up, it broke me. It broke me to my heart to feel like, especially the evidence and the things I came across and the things that he had showed me, to feel like I was a cover-up girl. I call it a cover-up girl. When guys go out and get a girlfriend just to, to make them seem normal in society, so they family and stuff won't judge them. I get it, but I'm gonna love you regardless. If you like that, whatever, keep it real with me. That's the type of person I am. Keep it real with me. Keep it real with me. So I gave him amplitude of opportunities to keep it real with me, and he didn't. And so it got ugly, and I came home one day and there was a letter on the fridge, because we got a crib together, and so he, so we got our furniture and stuff together. We got the lights in his name, everything else was in my name. And came home, because I was questioning him, trying to figure out. And so he came home. I came home, and it was a letter on the fridge that said, you got till Wednesday to have the lights in your name. Mind you, now it's freaking like Monday or something, so I got like literally a day or two to go get some lights in my name. At this point, I only got one kid. I got one child. I moved my child up here to Arkansas with my mom so I could get my foot on the ground. I don't never put my kids in my relationships and things like that. So make a long story short, it crushed me for things to go out like that, because for one, I really liked him. Besides him being attractive and stuff, he inspired me, how hard he was going, for his boxing career and this and that. But dude come from a good church family and stuff like that. So if he was on the down low, whatever, I could understand why he wouldn't want his family to view him like that. You know what I'm saying? And whether people want to talk about it or not, I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of us are cover-ups, period. Even our relationship, even if they not gay or anything, a lot of people just staying together just for the looks of it, just for the hell of it, just to say they have somebody. And that's real. It tore me down. My childhood friend back then, she was getting married. So it was just extra pressure on me, like, you know what I'm saying? It's extra pressure on me that my childhood friend is now getting married. I'm a bridesmaid in her wedding, and she had a beautiful, amazing wedding. Her husband, everything was set out. Here I am going through raw hell, feeling still yet again for the 9th year that I ain't good enough. I'm not good enough for a man, or it's always something, or I'll never find the love of my life. And so I felt disgusted. The fact, just the thought of me sleeping with a man who possibly been sleeping with men too, like it tore me up. I felt it took my heart out my chest, and I've already was supposed to move away from Albany in the first place. So it went on ahead, just made me hit the road. I went on ahead and told my co-workers and my friends at the time that, y'all, I'm catching on now. Like this, like I'm done. Like my family I have family originally from Georgia, but my whole family is not from Georgia. Like, again, I was raised down there. So my mom's side of the family from Arkansas, my dad's side of the family from Illinois. I was born in Illinois. So yeah, so I'm like, man, F that. At the time, at the end of this, I had my daughter back. So I sold everything in my crib that I possibly could, besides stuff I really, really wanted, like a few TVs and stuff. And at that time, I had Ford Focus, you know what I'm saying? I call her GW, grown woman. That was my baby. Packed up my car to the ceiling. Whole car packed out. And I hit the road and I drove 14 hours to Arkansas. Just hurt, just crushed. Okay, boom. Now I'm here in Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? Back then we only had one black radio station. This 2015 now. One black radio station, one black hair store. Everything I was accustomed to in Georgia. Everybody know Georgia is a predominantly black state. Everything I was accustomed to in Georgia, I didn't have those things here. You know, back then I was eating pork and stuff. Just the fact, just being in the grocery store, I ain't seen no pig feet in the store. Like, what are the pig feet at? You know what I'm saying? Like, things was different for me. It was hard, period, trying to adapt to a predominantly white state. So I'm already stressed out and hurt, you know what I'm saying? I'm going through a breakup. I'm leaving what I know behind. I'm driving 14 hours to another time zone, to another state. I'm trying to start a new life, which I was supposed to do from the first start. So boom, I got here. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm here. This is a new state. All right, forget it. I am about to sit up here and do the best that I can. This is a new state. I got better opportunities. This is a new state. It's better guys. It's better everything here. So I'm like, forget it, yo. I'm finna kick it. I'm 24. I got one kid. I look amazing. You know, because one thing that dude did help me out with is working out and stuff. Because like I said, he was an aspiring boxer. So I'm like, cool. I'm gonna get it in. So I looked it good or whatever. So I went out 1 or 2 times up here. Like, I'm from Georgia. Every woman know from Georgia. You ain't even gotta look the finest. Black men is gonna hit you up. They gonna holler at you. At the time, I lived in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is where the home of the Razorbacks, the college town. You know, so I'm like, cool, I'm in a college town. Let's get, I'm 24 years old. I'm in a new state. I'm finna go ahead and see what's popping. So as soon as I got here, I got a factory job. Y'all know me, hard working, big body. So everybody was telling me Dixon Street, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, cool. That's where the young people be at, kicking it. Cool, y'all. I'm like, I got to go out. I'm excited. I ain't got no man on free. Y'all know how it is when you young. So, boom. Went out with some co-workers. I had on this white shirt. It was like this cute little white, like classy shirt. Then I had on some jean shorts, like with the cuff in it, the crease, you know, like the rolled up look. And I had on some heels, like just the heels and on my legs and stuff, period. Looked so good. So I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go get me several on them. Like, you know, my hair did nice, jewelry, I smell good. I'm young, 24, okay? I'm like, man, I'm finna go ahead. I'm killing them night. So I went out with my co-workers. We having a good time. This is a nap. I was already stood aback, you know, like, when I got up in that count, I seen, you know, a lot of white folks. See, I'm used to when I go out, I'm used to seeing a lot of black people. Y'all, I'm from Georgia, y'all. So that was a little different. But I did see a handful of black guys, you know. They was handsome young black guys. Like, okay, cool, something for me, worked it. Me being me, I ain't gotta holler at nobody. The old me, just out of my confidence, I will approach a guy if I feel like I want that phone number. That's how I used to be. Like, when I holler, I approach him. But on like the 9 times out of 10, I don't have to approach guys. That's not my go-to approach. My thing is I just chill, do me, and I'm used to guys approaching me. So I'm used to guys approaching me or whatnot. And hours going by. Now, one black man has approached me. I'm just like, what the world going on here? Like, yeah, they don't see me. They don't see how fine I am. They don't see the leg. I got my little booty shorts on. Like, they don't see the kid. Like, like, what's going on? So, and which was throwing me off was, I was seeing a lot of black guys going to talk to women, but white women, like huh? It's different. I'm telling y'all, this is my story. This is my real life, true story. I'm giving y'all the details. So I'm feeling some type of way in the club. I got my little drink on, got my heels on, got my shorts. And I'm constantly seeing guys my age, a little older, a little younger, walking up to white women the way that black guys walk up to black women in Georgia. Hey, mom, what's your name? You know what I'm saying? Just, what's your name? Can I holler at you? Yeah, skip it, woo, woo, woo. Talking in their ear and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm checking myself a little bit like, I got something in my teeth, I got some boogers in my eyes. So I'm like, my skin straight, my breath straight, like I'm me. You know what I'm saying? This when I was still kind of on my high horse, but life was breaking me down. Life was showing me something different. And then after a while, I noticed it hit me that black men in this part of Arkansas are not really into black women. And to this day, it's still true to this day. And I know a lot of people like, why is she still single? It's my area, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same. So make a long story short, from that experience to trying to go out 1 or 2 more times at the end of the night, that night, and a few nights, y'all, no phone numbers, period. 0. Not one phone number. So I'm kind of low-key going in a little baby depression, because I'm like, I moved away. I'm in a new state. It's predominantly white. I'm working a hard behind job. I'm working a factory job. Back then, when I was down in Albany, I was working at Aaron's Furniture. So I was a salesman, the top salesman. I'm used to bonuses. I'm used to dressing up nice. And before Aaron's, I was working at Dillard's. I was into sales then. So, I'm used to dressing nice, this and that. Boom. So I come up here. I'm working at American Air Filter. I'm working at a real factory that most men can't even work at. Check your info. You know what I'm saying? Most men can't even work at American Air Filter. I was out there for a couple months. I seen several men quit the same day. It's a place that they build filters for trains. It ain't nothing to play with. Real tedious work. So anyway, I'm getting depressed at this point, So I got up here in August. So by September, by the end of August, I'm depressed. I'm like, this ain't it. Like, I moved away. I let my crib go, sold all my furniture. Like, because at this time, I'm still associating my happiness with a relationship, associating my happiness with a man, So the dating scene ain't where it's at. I remember before I left, and I was working at Aaron's, and my coworker, she was like, and you know who you are, shout out to you. My coworker, she was like, yo, POF, this and that, plenty of fish, she telling me about all these dating websites, because that's what she was doing back then. And at that time, I'm in Georgia. Like I said, have no problems, no man talking to me, no problems getting no phone number, no problems going on dates. It's nothing. So I was like really like laughing and like brushing her off, like, hey, I don't gotta do that, no online dating and nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing to me. Well, I'm at the mall, I'm at home, I'm at the store, I'm at Walmart. It's nothing. Men gonna approach me and, I can see what I'm, it never crossed my mind. Fast forward to me being in a predominantly white state, and a few black men that are in this area, they are that's the only thing they want to talk to is white women. I talk about that in another story. But on to why. So it was bothering me, felt a little depressed. So that's when the idea hit me. Ta-da! Yo, let me get on a dating website. Let me see. Okay, this is different for me. This not my swag. I'm going out. I can't, I ain't found out one person to talk to. Of course, the people at my job, I ain't gonna flex. The people at my job at the factory, they was trying to holler because it was a man job and it was only a few women out there, all white, except 1 or 2 black girls, me and somebody else. And of course, like I said, I was young and I knew I was fine. Still is. And so they was trying to holler, but who want to talk to their coworkers? One of the guys I actually did give my number to, whatever. It was just excuses already, and that shook me because I call her my mama. Because every time I'm talking on the phone with her, hold on, it's my mama. Hold on, my mama. Hold on, wait. Damn, my mama called me again. My mama. I call her my mama. And so that's when it hit me like, dang, I'm in another state and men still the same. Men still lying. Men still got excuses. Men still like, What? Like, I thought things supposed to be different in different time zone, different, but people are the same all over the world, guys. You know, despite the, you know, the black men not really talking to black women here in this area. And so that shook me. So anyway, I'm online. First one I got on, I think I tried to do black people meet or whatever, and I see you had to pay. So I'm like, no. Then I remember that my coworker in Albany, she put me on, was telling me about POF, which is Plenty of Fish. So I'm like, cool. Let me go ahead and get on, you know, let me go ahead and see what's popping. Y'all, I was on there for like 2-3 days. I was on there for like 2-3 days. Just scrolling through. You know, like, and nobody was really that fine. Like, they ain't had that Georgia swag like the Georgia men do. I came across a few handsome guys, tried to message them, or they messaged me or whatever. And I noticed POF was really like on just a spot that people, an app that people get on to hook up, to have sexual intercourse and stuff like that. It wasn't really on no dating, no getting to know each other. Like, it's really on some ratchetness. So I said, the day came, like the third, fourth day came, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just check all my messages one more time, and then I'm gonna delete the app. I'm gonna check all the messages, delete the app. So I was scrolling through the messages. No, you know, hey, beautiful, how you doing? You know, all that kind of stuff. Same old, they all saying the same thing. Then you find a couple private pics and stuff. I'm like, ugh, disgusting. And I came across this one message. From this handsome guy. You know, because I have, some people don't have a preference. Some people don't have a, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, a preference. I have a preference. Like, I'm not just gonna just talk to anybody. I need somebody to look like they match my swag. I match their swag, especially at 24 back then. You know, I wasn't, I was like, not just going for anything. And so this guy noticed a message from a guy. I seen his picture. Y'all know on POF. You can scroll through it or whatever. So I had checked this one guy profile out, and he was fine, whatever. He was what I was looking for at that time. Like, what I liked was straight up tall, dark, chocolate. Like, I love chocolate men, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm not even really more into the looks and this and that, now that I'm an older woman. But at that time, like, he fit the quota. He was the prototype of what I was looking for. But I passed on his picture. I scrolled through like, because in his pictures, even though he was fine, he had this certain look on his face, looked like he had a horrible attitude. And I picked up on it through his pictures, and I'm like, nah, dude, like, he got an attitude problem. I ain't got time. I'm already going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just now stepping into, at that age, looking for a man who was a gentleman, you know, because I talk to a lot of drug dealers and the hard body, the bad boys type. I had got out of that. The gang members, I had got out of that. Like, no, them boys ain't talking about nothing. Them boys ain't got no bread. Them boys, they ego through the roof. They ain't talking about too much. They really think they doing something, but they ain't. I had just got out of it. No offense to those type of guys, because I have met some real ones, and they are men. But I got out the whole bad boy thing. So just looking at him, he kind of remind me of what I used to talk to. But anyway, so here we are. I'm looking through my phone, and so I came across his message. But it wasn't just his looks. Like I said, I already passed on his looks. It was his message. It was what he said to me. He said, as I remember like it was yesterday. The message said, "You are the most beautifulest woman I have ever seen out of my whole life. Please tell me, what do I have to do to be in your life?" I'm like, huh? Like, what? Now, not only is you fine, chocolate, and tall, this is mad, but you looked it kind of mean in your pictures. But He was the sweetest. Like the message, it was like a, you know, it was a long message at that. Everybody else, hey, beautiful, what's up, mom? You know, short little 1 or 2 words. But this man sent me a freaking paragraph like you just everything I ever in my life been looking for. Like, I'm like, what? So anyway, I went ahead and messaged back. I knew I was about to delete the app. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and give you my phone number because POF ain't where it's at. Like, I'm done with this app. I don't want to be up here no more. I don't want people to get on this app, see my picture no more. Like, I'm done with it. He was like, all right, cool. And I told him, I'm like, make sure you hit me up before like 9 o'clock or whatever, you know, text me or whatever. Hit me up because I go to work and my job ain't nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? I go to work on time. I go to sleep on time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be asleep by 9, a little after 9 or whatever. So make sure you hit me up on time. So he's like, all right, cool. Delete the app and stuff off my phone. He called me. That's another thing. I'm used to guys texting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I prefer to talk on the phone. That's how you really get to know somebody. Everybody be texting, all that kind of junk. Dude called me. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm talking to him. I liked his voice because I'm from Georgia. So Arkansas guys, they have a certain accent. It's a different type of country. It's different people all over the world. They got a, you know, countryness. And so, I'm like, all right, cool. He was seeming like a gentleman. He sounded, you know, real country and stuff like this. And I like country boys. I'm like, you know, he looked it real big in his pictures and stuff. So I'm like, I got to see him. So one of the first things that he asked me, like, so you got any kids? Like, I told him, you know, I have one daughter, and he is, you know, asking me questions that no guys never ask. You could tell he was asking questions because he was highly interested in me. So that made me feel good. He asked me, how was the relationship with me and my baby daddy and stuff like that. But they were like, how going on? So I told him, I mean, we cool, we straight, you know what I'm saying? We don't have no problems or nothing, but, you know, I live up here. My baby daddy live in Georgia. You know, I'm new here, and I would like for somebody to show me around. First of all, I feel like I'm hitting gold with somebody being this fine, this calm, this into me. He approached me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just kind of smitten. So I'm like, all right, you know, when can we meet? Or this and that. I think either he said it or I said, I don't know, some years ago. But anyway, we decided to meet up the next day. When I first moved here, I was living with my grandparents. So I said, I'm going to meet him somewhere close, public, that I ain't got, because I don't know my way around. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up meeting him at a neighborhood Walmart. So I pulled up in, you know, my car GW, you know what I'm saying? My silver Ford Focus. I mean, I'm sorry, not Focus. Y'all, I'm tripping. My Ford Fusion, because Focus is the little one. I had the big body. Ford Fusion. And back in Albany, the Fusions is what the police officers was driving it. But anyway, pulled up in my Ford Fusion, you know, and I parked right on side of him. He told me I'm gonna be in a red Crown Vic. I'm like, okay, Crown Vic, old school, you know what I'm saying? Us Georgia girls, we love a guy with that old school feel, you know. And he had a nice burgundy Crown Vic. I pulled up on the side of him in my nice, more modern car, you know what I'm saying? I hopped out and I got on the passenger seat. And when I got in the passenger seat and I looked at him, he was fine. He was fine. I'm like, oh my God, like, but he ain't look mean or nothing like that. Then he just looked calm. I could tell you he had on a red, like a cherry red polo shirt, some cocaine white, like shorts, like Dickie shorts kind of. Then he had on some cocaine white Air Forces with the red polo socks, the red cherry polo socks. Then he had all red fitty cap on with like the New York sign on. It was cocaine white. He was just had a red band. You know how people wear them little bands? Just fine. Waves. Smelled good. Big old man. Then he's sitting in a burgundy Crown Vic with the peanut butter guts. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I got in, sat down. You know, I'm cool on me. You know, like, hey, you know, how you doing? And, you know, we getting to know each other. You know, I told him I'm 24 years old. He told me he was 27. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Immediately when I got in the car, we talking, he already, because I told him I wanted somebody to drive me around, show me around, because I don't know nothing about no dang on Arkansas. And I see that black men are not really into, so, you know, I was letting know my few experiences, like, bro, like, what's up with the black men here? Like, they ain't feeling white women, you know, black women or whatever like that. He was letting me know, like, nah, white women more easier. This, and that, blah, 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 blah. He's like, me, I don't really like white women like that. I love me a black woman, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool, that's cool. You know, he asking me stuff like, so, listen, ladies, asking me questions. What are you looking for? Blah, 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 blah. Never do that. Never let a man know what you're looking for, this, and that. You know why? Because you're telling them everything. They know exactly which role to play. It's because I was... You know, I'm turned on that he real quiet and calm. He just listening to me talk. You know, I'm 24. I have a child. I just went through a bad breakup. I'm looking for a husband. I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying? Telling him everything. Oh, first time in his car. First time me riding with him, he kept saying, nah, it happens sooner than you think. It may happen sooner than you think. Like, this is my first time now meeting this man in person. Riding around with him. He asked me what I'm looking for, was because he already, you know, buttered me up through the POF messages. And me being young and gullible, I ain't fully on game yet. So I'm telling him every crumb. I'm looking for a man who work. A man who got his own crib. A man who, you know what I'm saying, got his own car. A man who could provide for himself. A man, la 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 la. Telling this man. And he telling me, all right, man. It probably can happen sooner than you think. Before you know it, we are way out in another town, pulling up to his people's house. By the time we pulling up to his people's house, because, you know, he's 27, and he was hanging out with a large crowd of people, you know, cousins and stuff back then. So we pulling up to his people's house, and I'm just so freaking thankful. Like, yay, black folks. I felt like my Georgia vibe again, you know what I'm saying? Dang, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's ninjas. It's ninjas around. I'm young, like, yes, this is what I've been looking for. I ain't seen it since I've been living here. Hey, y'all. By the time we got out of the car, this man picked me up. Like, I think I had got out and I had sat on the hood of his car, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm key, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, everybody out talking, whatever. He walked up to me and we was kissing down. We was kissing down while I'm sitting on top of his hood, you know what I'm saying? Thinking I'm cool or whatever. Kissing down, he picked me up like it wasn't nothing. I'm always used to being a big girl, like a thick girl. I won't say big because I wasn't too big back then, but I was thick legs, thick butt, you know. And so for him to pick me up with just ease, and he walked me all the way to his people's door, like kissing down, like holding me, like, you know what I'm saying? You know how like a baby, like my legs is around his back, we face to face. You know, he got his hands up under my butt, kissing me down. So I'm just like, this my man right here, you know what I'm saying? So we go inside of his people's crib. They, you know how guys is, they in there playing the game. Everybody smoking, drinking, and men are just, his homies, his peoples is just foaming out the mouth like, bro, where did you find this girl at? Where you find her at? Like, bro, she find like dudes coming up, you know what I'm saying? Hands shaking them. Dudes coming up like, hey, bro, I just want to give you your props, bro. She bad, bro. She, you know, so I'm feeling like, finally, they know what's up. They see him fine. They see him, you know what I'm saying? Not just him, but his whole squad. Like, I am a queen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just, they just, the whole experience just amping my head up. Make a long story short, we falling madly in love. Just falling, just immediately. Like, he said that he told everybody, and they retold me the story. Like, when I met them, they had told me, like, dang, this is the girl from the picture. They thought that, you know, when you're looking on PO, like, bro, she a scam or something, that ain't real, this and that. And he said, he told him, he said, when he looked at my picture on PO, like, bro, I found my wife. And you know how homies be like, man, you just talking, man, you ain't talking about nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, yo, I found my wife. this is my wife right here. You know what I'm saying? He's showing him, like, this is my wife. And they're like, bro, she bad, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, everybody was stoked, like, dang, this the girl from the picture. Like, they see I don't talk like them or nothing. They're from Georgia. My accent different. All they accents different. You know, we say beer. They say, you know, burr. Hey, boy, find me a beer. Hey, Bo. You know, they just talking different. I'm around more people my age, a little bit older, just swagged out black men. I'm just like, yay. And me, in my eyes, my man, at the time, my husband, is the finest. You know what I'm saying? He the finest out of everybody. So, yeah. You know, so, okay, so we fast forward just a couple of weeks, because y'all, I tell you, everything was going so well, so good. We got married within a month of knowing each other. In 4 weeks, in 4 weeks of kicking it, we was married. Because, so let me tell you, things going good with me and him, with our relationship, but my job is still strenuous. I got this tough job, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So one day, out of these 4 weeks, one day he had hit me up while I was at work, like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm finna go ahead and leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go ahead and leave. It was a hard job. Me, I don't like to quit. I don't like to give up. But some stuff was popping off with, like, some of the white women there. You know, just people be hating on you. You know, you different, you standing out. Oh, that's what it was. So like I said, so many guys at work was trying to talk to me. And so the women was trying to get me in trouble because they was hating on me, that all these men at work, like, men was literally leaving their sections. When you work in a factory, it's different sections at the factories. Men, white, black, Mexican men are leaving their sections and coming to our section, because our section where I was sewing up the filters for the train. So I was on a sewing machine, and it was me and 2 other white women, older white women. And so men would come and try to holler at me all day at work. You know, they would stay in my section, not doing no work they sell. I'm still working, like, oh, okay, all right, you know. I never really was good at being mean to people. And so it went on here and popped off. The women went behind my back trying to tell on me. And she got all these guys coming over here, and she talk all day. And I'm like, bruh, I'm doing my job. They coming over here talking to me. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I was making like $14 an hour. I was trying to hold on, because that was some good money back in 2015, $14 an hour. Factory job, get paid every week. So anyway, make a long story short, I said, man, forget this. You know what I'm saying? I'm Key. It's never been a problem for me to go find a job. It's never been a problem for me to bounce back. So I said, forget it. So just so happened, I'm quitting my job this day. I'm finna walk out. I'm walking out. While I'm quitting the job, walking out, like, he called, like, where you at? You know, he knew I was at work. I'm like, I'm at work. He's like, all right, bet. So I'm walking out with my stuff, like, man, that's it. I'm walking up out this camp. And this man is at my job with some flowers, like some beautiful roses, a card, and a ring. I'm not lying. I'm walking out looking at him with the flowers and stuff. I'm like, what's all this? He got down on one knee. He got down on one knee, opened up this beautiful box, this beautiful ring, and he said, will you marry me? I'm 24 years old. I just left. Now, mind you, at this time too, I haven't had sexual intercourse with him, because it's going pretty fast. You know, we hanging out, we kicking it, it's fun. I didn't take it there just yet, because I'm like, I ain't trying to give up nothing. I'm trying to see if this is a game, if it's fake or flawed. You know what I'm saying? So then he proposed to me outside of my job the day that I quit. On one knee, flowers, card, smelling good, fine, chocolate. On one knee, asked me, will I marry him? I'm like, yes. He's like, all right, cool. So we're going to go out tonight and celebrate. So I have this beautiful ring on my hand 24 years old, I got one kid. Then the first time I introduced my daughter to him, we was at my grandparents' house because she was getting off the bus and I had him with me. Soon as me and him was standing out waiting for the bus to come. Soon as she got off the bus, she ran up to him. She said, "Daddy!" and gave him a hug. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, wow, okay. So, you know, she liked him. Very clean, smooth talking dude. My grandma ain't nothing to play with. My grandma asks you 1,000 questions, isn't it? Like, he passed the test with flying colors. He just cool, smooth, calm, collected. My mama like him. He's being that type of man. I'm him. I am he. You know what I'm saying? Then he asked me to marry him. I'm like, cool. We going out on a date. I got this nice ring on my hand. Everything going good. So now I feel like, okay, we're engaged. Before I say I do, I got to make sure that I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm fully satisfied. So we end up getting a decent room or whatever, and we took it there. I still feel like I did what I was supposed to do. It was just, you know what I'm saying, real quick. I had a ring on my hand. We are engaged. And, we took it there. And it was okay. You know, for the first time, people not really knowing each other body and stuff like that. I'm like, cool, I can run it. And so, yeah. And so by September the 10th, 2015, we was married. So I got there in August, like the beginning of August. And then about a month, in less than a month, we were like fully married. We went off to the courthouse. At that time, it was on like $60 to get married. Like, and my grandparents, so we spent the night and stuff with each other, but I had to go spend the night with him or had to get a hotel or something because my grandparents are old school. My family old school. Oh, ain't no man living over here if y'all ain't married. You know what I'm saying? That's not the only reason why we got married, but it just literally felt like love at first sight. And this man has swept me off my feet, and he started telling me and making me feel like I am the woman of his dreams, and he finding everything in me, and I feel like I struck gold. You know what I'm saying? I just went through this, 9 years of just guys have talking, doing what they say, just within a week or so, showing their true colors, ain't talking about nothing. And yeah, September the 10th, 2015, we got married. And that's my story on how I got married so fast. If you guys want to hear more, tune in, because I got to tell y'all how the marriage went. I got to tell y'all how it ended. I got to tell y'all, because I want y'all to know my story. I want y'all to get advice from me and just use me as an example, how us as black women are so desperate, how our faith, we always think the time that the clock is ticking, how we got to do stuff at this age and this time and things like that. Not fully putting our faith in God. Not waiting on what we supposed to. Blinded. I'm going to start telling y'all. The next video, I'm going to let y'all know the red flags. And why I should have waited. And now that I'm looking back and I'm, almost 32 years old, I see how dumb it was to marry somebody within a month of not really knowing them. Y'all, went through straight hell. Y'all. So, if y'all want to hear more of my story, if y'all enjoyed this real truth coming up out of my mouth, my life, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, because I got more coming, because I got more I want to incorporate on my channel, but I need y'all to know who I am. I need y'all to know me, what I've been through, so y'all can use me as an example, so y'all can see yourselves within me, so y'all can see the same mistakes y'all been making that me and a lot of other women before us and a lot of women after us are making. It's the same old story, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me more about y'all experience. Tell me how fast or how long it took for y'all to get married. I'm trying to, you know, I want to get to know y'all more. I appreciate y'all so much for being here. And yeah, I love y'all, better believers. And I hope y'all enjoyed every second. Till next time.